Alright. Here we go. I think I'm going to start the timer when I actually enter the world, because I think that's when the actual in-game timer starts. Yeah, let's just do that. So, when my character starts to morph into his little guy, that's when I'll start. Alright, here we go. We may see this opening scene several times tonight. Start was here. Time has started. Thanks, Mom. First recorded speedrun. God, I really hope my computer fan doesn't come through on the recording. Time to check the stats. Horrible HP. Yeah, that's bad. Can't take it. Do-over. So yeah, probably gonna have to reset a few times to get a good Cyndaquil. I'll probably cut out all these bad attempts at it though, so... I know that technically to be as fast as possible you want to set the time to 9:59, but... I just don't care. It's just such a little amount. I care about things that save multiple seconds, not multiple frames, essentially. So... Start. Should turn that light on soon. It's gonna get dark in 3 hours if I play that long. I'm probably mumbling too much. I was messing around with some of the volume settings, and I think I found a pretty decent game sounds to voice ratio, but only if I'm talking not at the bottom of my breath. Sometimes I just talk to myself when I play, so not really used to talking to other people, like on a recording. It's kind of like I'm still talking to myself, but I'm trying to make sure that other people can hear me. And also, I'm not very used to these emulator controls yet, but it's definitely the best configuration I've had so far. And nope. What's the keyboard shortcut for that? Control R. Okay, let's try again. Come on, Elm, give me a good Cyndaquil. Those last two have been crap, honestly. I need at least 11 attack and 12 special attack, by the way. Anything less is just not really doable. I just can't run with that. Time start. So yeah, this is kind of the main part of the game where most of my resets happen. Just in the first couple minutes when you're getting the Cyndaquil. Because you need one with decent stats, at least in the attack stats. Ideally, you'd want to have everything perfect, but the odds of that happening are just ridiculously slim. But yeah, as long as the attack and special are decent. So yeah, 11 attack, 12 special is what I want. Come on, RNG. Nope. On average, I'd say this usually takes about 8 resets to get a good enough Cyndaquil. So yeah, I have watched this opening cutscene. I'll start the time. Probably watched that opening cutscene at least 1,000 times. I've been running this game, but not recording, for a few months now. Saw the world record video. Everybody seems to use Totodile as their starter. No love for Cyndaquil, so I decided to see how fast it could be done with Cyndaquil. And admittedly, the beginning of this game is very rough if you're starting with Cyndaquil. Hello, phone. Let's hear who it is. Damn that not provided. That guy calls here all the time. Note to self. Unplug phone in the future when recording. Stats. What are my stats? Damn. I don't think I've gotten a single one with good attack or special attack yet. Not interesting video. So yeah, the only time that really matters to me when running this game is the in-game time. So it doesn't really matter that this is on an emulator, because emulators are known to run slightly faster than the console. But the in-game time keeps track literally of the number of frames, so the in-game time should be accurate. Almost forgot to start the time again. And I'm pretty sure the in-game time doesn't start until this, like when you enter the world. So the Professor Oak speech, I'm pretty sure it's not ticking just yet. It's like, I want to explain a little more about the run, but I'm not really sure if I'm going to be saving these attempts at getting a good Cyndaquil. I mean, you have to have a good Cyndaquil. I mean, otherwise, you're just going to get wrecked throughout the game. And since you're going to be dealing damage more than taking damage, you want to have at least good attack stats. Which is what I'm trying to get. And like I said in an earlier attempt, it usually takes about 8 resets to get something that's... Oh, that's a female. Yeah. Not to sound sexist or anything, but if it's female, that's actually an indicator that it automatically has the worst possible attack stat. Because the way gender worked in Gen 2 was the gender was actually determined based on what the Pokemon's attack IV was. And for all starter Pokemon, they're only female if their attack IV is a 0 or 1. And it can go up to as high as 15, so a 0 or 1 is definitely not runnable. So if you see that it's female when you're nicknaming it, you might as well just reset right there. It's a good way to save some time when you're resetting. Hopefully we'll get a good Cyndaquil pretty soon. On 11-12. Alright. We are officially running. We have bad defense. That's going to make the beginning of the game a little dicey in places. Alright. Hopefully not too many wild encounters at this point in the game, because we have no way to repel them. Centrit, say hi to everybody that's watching this. Bye. Only one encounter so far. This first 20 minutes or so of the run are definitely the hardest minutes when you're starting with Cyndaquil. Totodile has such an advantage over Cyndaquil starting out, and you'll probably see why. I mean, basically Totodile can just run right into the first gym without having to grind at all, but Cyndaquil would just get absolutely slaughtered if it tried to do that. We still want to do as few battles as possible, but we definitely do need to do some extra battles before the first gym. I've found a pretty consistent way to do it. It may not be the absolute fastest way, but a faster way would require more wild Pokemon stuff, and wild Pokemon are never the same. So, I mean, you can't really rely on finding just the right wild Pokemon to train with. My inputs are a little slow right now. Having played on the Game Boy so long, I can definitely feel a slight delay. Like, usually I was able to time the A's when I'm talking to people, but that timing is not really working right now. Okay, so the rival fight is coming up. I also need to fight one extra wild Pokemon at some point. It has to be a level 3 wild Pokemon. So a Weedle right here would be good. Level 3, please. There we go. Hopefully I don't get poisoned. Don't poison. Just use String Shot, please. Okay. Good. Good Weedle. That is the only wild Pokemon we're gonna defeat. Why it's important, you'll see if we make it to the first gym. Usually I would defeat that wild Pokemon before I get to Mr. Pokemon's house, so that I get the heal from him, and it's actually worth it. But I only took 2 HP damage from that Weedle, so we should be okay for the rival. Gonna buy exactly 3 potions, and this Awakening. We're planning way ahead with that Awakening. We may not even need it, but this is a good way to show off how much better Totodile is starting out. It's the thing that I'm facing. Totodile has so much more defense than Cyndaquil. Like, see how much its scratches are doing compared to my strongest move. I'm actually doing slightly less. The only reason I can win is because I have a held berry, and I have potions. Although I'm pretty lucky that he didn't use Leer. Usually he uses Leer first turn. Oh, he got a crit. He got a crit. Well, if I have to use more than one potion in this fight, I consider it a pretty bad run already. As long as I don't... Oh! Screw the rival. God dang it. He got 2 criticals. I can't believe that. That is honestly the worst rival fight I've had in a while, at Cherry Grove City. Wow. Yeah, using more than one potion is bad, but dying is pretty much the end of the run, so... I used to not care so much whether I won or lost that fight, because you can still progress if you lose, but you lose half your money, and I kinda need the experience from the Totodile. Time start. Alright. And we're back to resetting for Cyndaquil. Yeah, like I said, the majority of resets in this game happen within the first 20 minutes or so. There's just so much RNG-related stuff that can happen. Critical hits, tackle missing, wild Pokemon encounters. Just, yeah, there's just so much stuff that can go wrong for Cyndaquil. Totodile is lucky in that it has a better move in Scratch, and it has the higher attack stat to use it with, and more defense as well. The only thing that's bad about it is its speed. It's quite a bit slower than Cyndaquil, but speed doesn't really matter too much in this game for the most part. Once you get halfway through or so, you're over-leveled compared to the rest of the team, or the rest of the opponents that you face. This ain't happening tonight, apparently. That was a stupid rival fight. I think I missed a tackle as well during that fight. So not only did he crit me twice, I missed a tackle. Yeah, getting criticaled at this point in the game is just pretty much extremely deadly. On most of my practice runs on the Game Boy, I would just save the game before picking up the Cyndaquil, so I wouldn't have to watch the opening cutscene over and over and over. But yeah, it's short enough, I don't really mind. It's only a minute. I forgot to start the timer. Whoops. I probably won't keep this run anyway. Oh, and I didn't even nickname. Ah, I'm all screwed up now. Okay, it's a little bit of a learning curve getting used to recording while playing. And I don't have notes. I don't have a sheet of paper telling me what to remember to do in the game. I usually get by just fine on memory. But now that I have to concentrate on making splits and talking... Start the time. Okay. I might not even get to see this first split tonight. Like, seriously, the first 20 minutes of the game, up until the Zephyr badge, they are the hardest, most frustrating minutes of the entire run. If I get to make a split tonight, I'll consider this evening a success for my very first recorded run. It won't be a full run, but at least it'll be something I can put online. Okay, this time, yes nickname. It'd be funny if I had a perfect Cyndaquil last time. I didn't even check it last time. I didn't get that far. 11-12. We are running. We got decent speed, too. Bad defense, once again, but can't have it all. Hopefully the rival is nice to us this time. That jerk. Level 3 Sentret? I would battle Pidgey, but it's just... for some reason it's doing more damage usually than Sentret. It's kind of tougher to take out quickly. Sentret and Weedle are just... oh god, that movement. Alright, good. So the main thing is we don't want that berry to get consumed just yet. Gotta hang on to it for the rival fight. But yeah, the ideal time to fight this one extra wild Pokemon is right now. And then when I get to the place I'm going, I get a free heal. It's actually a forced heal, too, so we might as well make it worth it. Oh, these arrow keys feel so clunky compared to the Game Boy. That's because they're not arrow keys. They're actually the same keys I use to move in Minecraft, so I'm kinda used to using them to move. Run away! Oh. This is a bad encounter rate. But I decided before I started recording I'm not gonna throw away a run just for wild Pokemon. I'm gonna throw it away if I faint. That's a bad time for somebody to be knocking at the door. I don't think I'm expecting anybody. Oh crap, but it could be... This is a nightmare. First night recording and I'm just getting all these random ass interruptions. I mean, what the heck? Can I please mow your lawn? I was interrupted for that? That's the most random person that's ever come to my front door. I knew I wasn't expecting anyone. Yeah, so that's the reason the last run had to get cancelled. Because somebody knocked on my door to mow my lawn. Interesting. There's a first time for everything, I guess. Hopefully this is still recording. Haven't checked that window in a while. That was actually shaping up to be a decent run, too. I have never even seen those kids before. They're just going door to door asking people if they can mow their lawns. Can't you just do a damn lemonade stand or something? Anyway, back to the run. Okay, if the doorbell rings again, I'm just... yeah, I'm not gonna get it. Alright, we're running. I'm the only one that mows the lawn at this house. Man, friggin' random. Level 3? Yay! Yay! This is already a good run. It's a promising sign when you get a critical hit with your very first move in the run. Let's see if I can at least make it to the first gym leader this time. I don't know if these buttons really work too well for menu-related stuff. These arrow keys that I'm using. They're okay for moving around in the world, but it's a little bit sticky when it comes to buying things at shops, and I would assume using the bag. Okay, this is a really good run so far. I think I only had like 3 encounters so far, including the one where I needed to actually defeat a wild Pokemon. Let's hope the rival goes well. If I can get past the rival, I can pretty much make it to the gym leader at least. And then I'll have my first split of the evening. Come on. Yeah, I haven't played this on emulator for too long, so I'm still kind of getting used to these delayed inputs, trying to time them better. Alright, here we go. Rival time. On my way, Elm. Alright, still looking good on encounters. That's about average. Let me pick up the berry. So yeah, I mean, the strategy for this first rival fight is always the same. It's just Leer, and then tackle spam. Just gotta hope that you don't miss, and that he doesn't critical you. Ideally, I would like to use no more than 1 potion in this fight if I have to. Let the RNG begin! Oh. Unbelievable. I cannot believe how many times he has crit me. I can't even make it past the Cherry Grove rival tonight. Wow. I have never had that bad of luck at the rival. It's been almost an hour that I've been doing this tonight. I can't even make it to the Zephyr badge. Usually I've had at least 1 Faulkner attempt by now. I can't believe what a jerk the Cherry Grove rival is tonight. Okay, the real culprit is RNG. The RNG just sucks tonight. Start the frickin' timer. I've actually done quite a bit of talking, too, in the last hour. And probably none of it's going to be saved. I don't know, maybe I'll just save what I've done tonight anyway, if I can't get a real run going. I cannot believe how many times I've gotten criticaled on the rival. He's probably scratched me a total of 6 or 7 times, and he's gotten at least 3 crits out of those 7. That's just freaking ridiculous. Ooh, this is a good one. This is a really good Cyndaquil. All of its stats appear to be at least in the upper 50% of what they could be. Not sure if I have anything flawless yet, but we'll know when we get to level 6. If we can manage to beat the rival. Wow. Very good on encounters so far, too. Very good on encounters so far. I do need to defeat at least one wild Pokemon, though, at level 3. Let's see if I can get a level 3 Weedle. Maybe even a level 4 Weedle would be okay. The problem with Kakuna, it takes way too long to defeat, because I only have Tackle at the moment. No! See, that thing would get me to level 6. But it would take at least 12 turns to beat, probably. Just too much time. Alright, let's just do the Weedle. I need at least about 21 experience. Okay. I can make it. 12, 11. I think that's 8. I don't usually take the right path, but it has the fewer steps, so... There we go, we made it. We would have made it if we went the other way. We're good. I fight that one wild Pokemon so that I have enough experience to get to level 12 in time for Faulkner's Pidgeotto. Because at level 12 you get Ember. And that makes Pidgeotto a lot easier to deal with. Yeah, my text is definitely slower because I'm not tapping the button with the right timing. Okay, I need the potion. Oh, right, it's there. Eesh. I think I should have just gone on the left path there. I usually go the left path on my way to, and then on the right path on my way from. So it kinda got a little messed up there. Weedle doesn't usually get lucky enough to poison me, so I had that to deal with. Come on. Alright, here we go. Let's see if I can at least get through this fight without him critting me. No critical hits this time for the rival, please. I would love if I got the critical hits on him. So just don't miss. And please, Totodile, don't crit me. Just let me get past this fight tonight. Alright, good start. So now my defense is not lowered. So a critical hit should do no more than 8 damage. Alright, I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. Don't need a potion. We're good. Alright. Finally. That's just one of many things that makes the first 20 minutes of this game very frustrating. Yeah, we're not out of the woods yet. Can't get too cocky yet. We're gonna have to catch a Sentret in a second here. Sentret loves to troll me. Yeah, I like to name the rival question mark. That seems to be what other Pokemon runners like to do as well. Got our balls. And our first capture target is coming up right now. Yeah, Sentret's pretty much the perfect HM slave starting out. Sometimes it takes forever to appear, and I end up having to wait at the end of the route. We'll see how lucky we get this time. It only appears on this one route, which is pretty frustrating. It can be pretty frustrating. I don't think I'll kill the run, though, unless I use all my Pokeballs and fail to catch it. Which hasn't happened yet. And looks like we have to wait at the end of the route. Hopefully not for too long. Oh! Unless this is it. Yes! And it's level 2. Beautiful. Level 2s are easier to weaken, so slightly higher chance that the ball will work. Boom! I like that. We barely didn't have to wait. Almost ran right into that guy without even paying attention. So yeah, we need not concern ourselves with wild Pokemon battles. The fewer the better. Alright, first trainer. This guy's usually not much of a problem. Okay. Let's just go ahead and get our misses out of the way before Violet Gym. Hey, we got a crit! We do have to, unfortunately, deal with accuracy hacks for the first gym leader. Keep tail whipping. Alright. Can live with that. First spinner in the game. I take no chances with this guy, I just wait for him to stop. They always stop like every 30 seconds or so. It's random, but it'll happen eventually. It does seem kind of stupid just to stand there for 30 seconds, but the time it would take to battle him, yeah, it would take just too long. So I just don't take any chances. There's already enough RNG to worry about, so... I'll probably have a lot of trailing sentences throughout the course of this run, depending on how long it goes. I'm not really expecting to be able to do a full run tonight. The full run's gonna be like 3.5 hours, about, and I've already been doing about an hour's worth of attempts. The most resets happen within the first 20 minutes. I don't know how many times I've said that already in previous runs, but... So yeah, we have to battle the first 2 guys here only, and then we just leave. I used to go all the way to the top, and then get the escape rope, but then I found that faster way of just battling the one wild Pokemon along with just 2 guys here. Yeah, this is a great place to level up Cyndaquil quickly, because these guys can only do 1 HP damage at a time, and Bellsprout happen to be worth a lot of experience, just naturally. They're part of a high XP bracket. Not quite as high as things like Chansey, obviously, but definitely better than the Rattatas and Pidgeys. I hope that if I do beat Faulkner, I don't forget to split. I'm pretty new at this, so I might forget. But we'll see. Alright, so now we turn around and go back to that first guy. And then after this we go to the gym. So yeah, you would get the Flash HM at the top of this tower, but that is not actually required to beat the game, so we don't get it. That is to say, I don't get it. Because I'm just one person, not several. I think the potion is going to heal me for exactly 20. Or maybe not. I might waste just one hit point. Looking good so far. I think my speed stat looked good, so the Spearow fight should go pretty smoothly. Unless I get crit. Okay, menuing. Let's do some menuing. Give berry. There we go. Can't wait to see how I do on the bike with these keyboard controls. So yeah, basically if you come into this gym any earlier than this, Cyndaquil just takes epically big damage from this Spearow. It's quite a pain. I'm gonna go ahead and use 2 Leers, just so I only need to use Tackle twice. But yeah, this Cyndaquil actually has really good defense. Usually Spearow's Peck does about 8 damage, but now it appears to be only doing 6. So yeah, we're actually looking really good here. Don't have to use another potion yet. Got a couple of Pidgeys in this fight, which are not quite as menacing as the Spearow that we just fought. If you're watching that XP bar, it's going to hit level 12 right before Faulkner's second Pokemon comes out. That's exactly what we want. Oh, nice. This will be a 2-hit. Okay, I think I'm going to equip the berry but not use a potion just yet. Alright. This fight can be lost very easily. There's just nothing you can do about it. Because the main move his Pidgey uses is one that lowers your accuracy. And if you miss several times in a row, it's just bad RNG. You just can't do anything about that. All I need to do, though, is hit 2 tackles. Even if I don't defeat the Pidgey, I can still switch out and come back in with my accuracy back to normal. Alright. Bam! See, without that extra wild Pokemon that I beat, I would not have made it to level 12. So now we switch out just to reset my accuracy. And now we can just Ember Spam for the win. The assuming he doesn't crit me. Of course, even if he does, I think I'll live. And we're good. Get ready to split. Bam. We got a split. Beautiful. So presumably this timer over here is matching the in-game time. I'm not completely sure, but I think. Alright. Getting past those first 20 minutes is quite an accomplishment when you're running with Cyndaquil. We're definitely not out of the woods yet, but the RNG ahead is not quite as bad. So yeah, take this egg. We actually do have to take the egg in order to progress, but we do not need to keep it with us. Bye, egg. Alright. Onwards. Hope I didn't forget that bitterberry. We'll find out right now. I am really looking good on potions, so this next segment of the game will probably be a little easier than usual. Usually I only have like 1 or 2 potions, or if I'm really unlucky I have 0. That's the mark of a Cyndaquil that has really good defense. So I took less damage from everything in Violet Gem. And there goes the berry already. Okay, so that means I'm going to be using the X attack in the well. Alright. Yeah, this route's really nice because you don't really have to battle anybody except that first guy. Yeah, I'll take a Slowpoke tail, sure. Okay, this cave can be brutal sometimes. Mainly because this very first trainer in here is a spinner that has an Onyx. Oh god. I would really rather not hit this guy. I mean, I think I have enough potions to win. It's just such a time suck. Okay, good. Yeah, it feels pretty good making it past that Onyx. This guy has 3 Geodudes, but they're really no problem. None of them have a rock move yet, so just Ember spam. We actually don't battle that many rock types in Johto. which is really lucky because Cyndaquil doesn't really get any moves to deal with them easily. At least not until the end of Johto. See, this part of the game actually is done faster with Cyndaquil than with Totodile. Because at this stage in the game, Totodile does not have its water move. So this fight, for example, goes a lot slower. But since we have Ember, it doesn't take that long. And the really nice thing about Cyndaquil for this stage in the game is we evolve right here. And Totodile doesn't evolve until 18. Spinner right here. I don't really care if I hit or dodge. And I dodged, because he was frozen. You couldn't even tell he was a spinner, but he definitely is. So we got the X attack, that's going to be useful up ahead. And the other thing that'll be really useful up ahead is worth going out of the way for. I debated for a while whether this item was worth picking up. And it's just too useful not to get. This is actually an attack, Swift. It's an attack that Quilava ends up getting eventually in its level up set. But it's really nice to teach it now. If only just to get rid of Tackle. We could also give it Headbutt in a little bit, but Swift is nice just because it never misses, and we can use it in the next rival fight up ahead. Yeah, for some reason along that horizontal stretch, I never seem to get a single wild encounter. It's so nice. Yeah, I really hope I'm still recording, because this run is actually going really well so far, surprisingly. It's really nice having a Quilava with good defense. Alright, gotta concentrate up here, because I need a very specific set of items. Okay, I bought the Awakening a while ago. Frozen! That guy just needs to let it go. Let it go! Yeah, anyway. Talk to this guy to start the well event. Okay, repels, antidotes. Just one for now. Everything else we can get in Goldenrod. Team Rocket. this first guy is the one that can do the most damage directly. If I can get out of this fight without being in the red zone, that's pretty good. No quick attack, please. Ah, of course. Jerk. So since the Bitterberry's gone, I'm going to have to use the X attack in the next fight. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use a potion, since I have a lot to spare. Okay, X attack here, X attack here. Usually I save it for the upcoming rival fight, but if my Bitterberry's gone, I definitely want to use it here. No quick attack? Good. Not really much to say for the next few minutes here. It's pretty easy with Quilava. And we actually do get fully healed after this fight by Kurt, so it's not explicitly stated. So it doesn't really matter how battered we get from that coughing. See, normally you would talk to Kurt just to get a lure ball or something, but don't need it. Just head to the gym. It's a bug gym. I have a fire type. Not much else to say. Definitely a lot more of a walk in the park than Violet Gym was. Sometimes this lady bus survives, though. And if it survives, it can use Supersonic. But we're good. We're double goodness good. So this is another place that Cyndaquil does a lot faster than Totodile, for pretty obvious reasons. Gotta take full advantage. Okay, here's another spinner up here. I don't really mind hitting him. I mean, he does waste time, but it's pretty good experience, too. And he's frozen, so... I've been getting really lucky with these spinners. I haven't even had to YOLO one yet. Besides the Onyx guy. That 3 HP crit. Yeah, that's the unfortunate part about not hitting a spinner. If I were at level 18 before the Scyther, I would have two-shot it, so he wouldn't have gotten to do that much damage to me. But I still have 2 potions, so I can just use one of them. Split! Notice we are not using the Pokemon Center here in Azalea Town. There's a very big reason for that. I have my reasons. This fight can be so bad. Ghastly alone can be just so annoying with the status problems. And I don't have the X attack this time though, so at least it has one less turn to be annoying. Now let's just hope Croconaw doesn't crit with Water Gun. Leer, Swift, Swift, Swift. Risk it for the biscuit. I can do my math. I should live this. Okay. Huh. Yeah. Well, I guess that last hit was minimum damage, and that hit was maximum. Shoot. Well, GG. Ah, man. Yeah, so apparently my special IV was not that good either. I really thought I would live that on like 2 health, and then I could just super potion after the battle. I mean, judging how much those first 2 water guns did, I'm surprised that wasn't a critical hit. Like, that was just really weird. God, I've just had the worst rival fights tonight. That was a really good run, too. Man, I really would have liked to keep that one. I'm probably not going to do better than that tonight. Just... yeah. I guess that was kind of an unnecessary risk to take. I really should have used a super potion there, I guess. In hindsight. Oh well. Oh well.